also hold where Yahweh Shah, he actually laid down his life for us, the only chosen people.
We back up too.
Oh, well, kind. All right, shalom, shalom.
Shalom.
Again, for those who's just now tuning in, we're just gonna do it again. We're gonna give all honor and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakakudash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace, love, and salutations towards you hopeful elect that's been sincerely pushing this truth. All right, we're the brothers coming at you from the GMS Atlanta Church, but this is the ZionisnearBA camp, and as you can see, we're continuing on with the ministry, with the work today. We had to do a quick little pause because you know, it was throwing down, but we're back at it, and we're just gonna fall in the spirit and see where it rolls at. You got it out.
All right, this is Revelation chapter 10 and verses 9. And I went unto the angel and said unto him, give me the little book. And he said unto me, take it and eat it up, and it shall make thy belly bitter.
Yeah, and we also went to that little, excuse me, that little book already, which is Yahweh Shai, okay? And remember why we have this little book. Why can we have basically open doors to this little book again? Because Yahweh Shai laid down his life. Can you actually get that right quick?
Romans 5.
Let's not forget what Yahweh Shai did for us, man, as a friendly reminder, okay? To hell what these niggas got going on all day. Let's see what the Lord did for us, man. All right, you got it out.
Romans 5 verse 7. For scarcely for a righteous man will one die, yet peradventure for a good man some would even dare to die. Verse 8. But Yahweh commended his love toward us, that in that while we were yet sinners, a Mashiach died for us.
Yep. So that's a friendly reminder that Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, all right, that the whole world only called God Jesus Christ, the only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai, he laid down his life for us, all right? He bought us back. And what was that buying back process? It was his life. Remember in Deuteronomy, which you can get right quick, because there's a reason why we still have this little book today. Hey, even though he's not physically here, he's with us in the spirit, man. All right, and in the spirit, we have the understanding. Remember, he put that breath in us, man. At one point, we was in captivity. We didn't know nothing, okay? Now, of course, you always had Judites that did revolts, and not just Judites. Certain Gadites, Reubenites, concerning history. But one figure that I'm thinking about is Nat Turner, all right? At one point, he digested this little book, and it was causing chaos. See, that's the power of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Even though it wasn't time yet, but now it's time. Why do you think Esau's getting millywhopped upside the head, man? He don't know what to do. Okay? Should I do the chip now? Should I do it later? Should I flex on him? Should I show my armory? Should I say I got a lot of money? You can't do shit. But come down with that great wrath. It's gonna come to a point in time to where this devil are the ones who's ruling over us, the rulers of this world, that was given it to him, that title, that power, by our power, Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. I gotta say that, okay? Because remember, they walk around like they're gods, okay? Nah, that power is given unto you. But he sees all your wickedness, man. Hey, you're not gonna escape unpunished, okay? You got it out.
Deuteronomy 28 and 68. And Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
Now, is it talking about, now, let's go slow, okay? Are people going into the land of Egypt with ships today? So, if your answer was no, you got to ask yourself, what is this really talking about? Can you get that in Revelation? This is spiritually Egypt and Sodom, Babakusha?
Yeah, come on. This is Revelation 11 and 8. And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city.
Now, there's going to come to a point in time to where there's actually going to be dead bodies in this great city. Is this city not great? Hell yeah. But also it's great in its wickedness. Right. Why do you think the whole world admires this place? This place is set up as that golden cup that rests in the Lord's hands, man. He's operating everything, okay? Always remember that. The same power who created the heavens and the earth, he created peace and evil. He's doing all this. All right, so this is that same great city that the Bible is speaking about, man. But let's see what's in this great city. And you correct me if we're wrong, okay? You got it out.
Revelation 11 and verse 8. And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city.
Oh, I forgot to mention. You might ask yourself, why would it be great bodies in this great city? Because there's going to be a lot of judgment over here. Why not? Okay? Why do our people do the things that they do? Let's question y'all ass. Why y'all do the things y'all do? So why not? This can't happen. It will happen. You got it out.
Continue on, it says, and their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom in Egypt, where also our Lord was crucified.
Yeah, Sodom, all right, this strange sexual morality that these individuals have, okay? Stepping out the house looking like a freak, okay?
Right.
No modest going on, no self-respect. Everybody has a strange morality when it comes to their sexual desires and stuff, man. That's what it's going into. Everybody coming over here serving whatever. It's a heartless spirit going on. A whole bunch of sodomy going on over here, man.
Yeah,
Is that not this great city? Yeah.
Yeah, because you got Pride Month, and that was on that street. They got a notorious street back over here. We're not gonna mention it on camera, but hey, we were out there. Remember that year we had that camp on this notorious street, and he saw two men get married.
Man, yeah.
Hey, that's Sodom, man. Yeah. All right, and then look at the back of your dollar bill, man. All right, this is spiritually Egypt, man. You got cities called Memphis, Cairo. You go to Las Vegas, you go to casino. They got the Luxor hotel, and they got a pharaoh in front of the hotel.
And for some odd, strange reason, which we do know the reason, okay? Don't get it twisted, humbly saying, but they can't let go of this spirit of Egypt, our very own people too.
Right.
It's like they have a strong, which we do have some type of historic connection concerning ancient Egypt and what happened over there when we was over there and got delivered. But it's like they can't let that spirit go. Or that African, I'm from Africa spirit. There's a whole bunch of spirits over here. So this is spiritually Sodom and Egypt. And there's gonna be a point of time to where there will be dead bodies in this great wicked city. Why not? Okay? People are hitting donuts, crashing into people, having shootouts, crashing out. All right?
Right.
Stealing, robbing, shooting each other. Why wouldn't it be dead bodies in the same great city where the Sodom spirit is going on and the spirit of Egypt is being operated over here? Why not? Okay? So now that we got that, we was reading a verse before this verse.
Deuteronomy 28.
Yep. The water.
I'll start from the top.
Yeah, kind of.
Deuteronomy 28 and 68. And Yahweh Hashem Yahushai shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
It's a form of bondage, a form of captivity. Okay, can you get that in Exodus? Where it says it talks about Egypt being a house of bondage. I'm just gonna apply it. If you can actually find that, let me see. You can read Yashima. I'm trying to look it up.
Continuing on, it says, "Thou shalt see it no more again."
Yeah, so we shall never see our homeland ever again. When have you ever seen a so-called Negro, Latino, Native American actually say, "Hey, I never saw my homeland Israel again"? Okay. Outside of them knowing that they're a Hebrew Israelite. You got it out.
Continuing on. "And there you shall be sold unto your enemies."
Sold unto your enemies. Not your best friend. Okay? And there's some type of like human trading going on. You being sold as a man. That's slavery. So now you can put two and two together and look things up concerning history. That was you. If you came from some of these tribes, all right, the northern tribe, you have to deal with a whole bunch of conquistadors, etc.
Yeah.
You have the southern tribe, and we already know what went down with that. Okay, these other tribes that came from these islands, the Caribbeans, etc. We always had an issue when it came with Esau and Edom, man. The Spaniards, etc.
Yeah. If I can mention, Esau has what you call the doctrine of discovery, and it was created by Pope Alexander VI, the father of who we call Cesare Borgia, right? So in this document, it basically gives Spain the power to conquer lands that are unknown, and we already know what that means. 1492. This came out in 1493, actually. So the Pope actually initiated this decree that Spain and then other countries follow, that they can conquer this land in the name of Catholicism.
Yeah. All these different people that came over here. Remember, these are the same individuals that you guys look up to and love. They always created unrighteous decrees against us. They always did certain things, changing of the time and laws. And it actually says that in the scripture. Actually, can you actually get that in Daniel as well? Okay? But you can go ahead and bring that out, bro.
Exodus 20, verse 2. I am Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai.
That's his only name. No other name else. Okay? Not Jesus Christ, Ahaya, Yahweh, Jehovah. Nobody else. Even your fucking idols, your celebrities. There's nobody greater than Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai. You got it out.
I am Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, thy God, which hath brought thee out of the land of Egypt.
Because it happened before. You can actually look up true historical accounts and back it up with the scriptures on how the Lord delivered us from the land of Egypt. You don't think that's going to happen over here? Being in the same spirit of Egypt and Sodom and et cetera, all over again? Okay? Why you think they're trying to deceive the masses saying that they're aliens, UFOs? The scriptures talks about a great war in heaven, and we're going to see that. This is the same power that's been spoken about going all the way back to the beginning, and also in Exodus with the brothers reading that, hey, the Lord, he's a power of war. Okay?
Oh, shit.
He's a power of war. You got it up.
Out of Egypt, out of the house of bondage.
House of bondage. You cannot sit right here and tell me that America don't carry that same vibration all over again. Being in a house of bondage. Brothers working 12 hours, 16 hours. You know, get it while the getting is good, I guess. But you get what I'm saying. Hey, even the scripture says this is not our rest. There's always going to be hell to endure over here. There's always going to be some type of battle that you're going to have to fight over here. And that's the point. That's why we have the scriptures. Okay? You got it out.
That was it on that.
That was it on that?
Yep. Do you want to finish off with Deuteronomy?
Yeah.
It says, you shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen.
Yeah, slave men, slave women, that actually happened. You can look that up via slavery. You got it.
And no man shall buy you.
And we already went into the buying process, what the Lord has done for us. He laid down his life and spiritually bought us back. Okay? Remember, this is the same, Yahweh, this is our same power who turned his back once upon a time ago. Because what was always going on? Serving other gods, etc., etc. There's a reason why we're standing right here on the highways and hedges and screaming out, call Halayan like Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai. Because we're very, very grateful and thankful and understand what happened and why we're here. And we're here to pursue that, man. Okay? The scriptures even talks about what's the whole duty of man. Okay? You enter into the ministry of Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai, you're going to get groomed on how to be a man. Gird up the loins as a man. Okay? Keep certain things simple, discipline. As I said earlier, that's how you should move. We have an enemy. You got it up.
This is Daniel chapter 8 and verses 25. And through his policy also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand.
Yeah, he did that from time to time again, man. There was an individual, when I told you to call that out, I was thinking about when we was talking about certain people who came over here. Andrew Tate, okay? Not did I say it right? The president?
Andrew Jackson.
Yeah, Andrew Jackson, excuse me. I said Tate, what's going on? But Jackson, he had the native, it was a Indian Removal Act.
Yeah,
remember that?
1830s. Yeah.
That's a part of that too. You know, he was just one of those individuals that I can think of. There's plenty other individuals, but they always did these things just to get at your ass. Can you hold a precept about the perpetual hatred that Esau has towards our people? You got it out.
I already hit it.
Oh, you got it. Bring that out, Babak Rashad.
Done. This is Ezekiel chapter 35, and let me go up. In verse 5 it says, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel.
He did a lot of that blood shedding, remember, through that same blessing that he was blessed with. All right, the sword. Actually, can you actually hold that, Shalaman, and you can hold that too? Can you get into his blessing just right quick? Because we got to identify who the fuck he is. He's the enemy. This is the same enemy who's going to and fro, seeking to this day whom he may devour through Satan, through the left-handed energy that the Lord has given these individuals. But you can combat that through the spirit and power of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. Remember, the Lord is our buckler, our shield, our refuge. The righteous runneth into that tower and is safe. This is not a game. This is a real warfare that we're dealing with. That's why the Lord called his men soldiers. Okay? You got it out.
Genesis 27:39. And Isaac, his father,
Going all the way back to Genesis, the beginning, on the blessings of Esau and Jacob. Okay? Going to the beginning. This is how you can actually obtain that information on what happened. who was blessed with what actually went down as far as certain characteristics, certain manners of two different individuals. You can go to Genesis 25 for that, okay? But identification, man, knowing who's who. There's a clear separation on who the Lord is dealing with and who the Lord is not dealing with. But also, even though he's not dealing with, well, how can I put that? When I say not dealing with, basically chosen, because he's still dealing with the left-hand side for prophecy's sake, okay?
Oh, no, I got it.
You got it out.
Yeah, continuing on. It says, and Esau said, and Isaac his father answered and said unto him, Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth and of the dew of heaven from above. Verse 40, and by thy sword shalt thou live.
By thy sword thou shalt live. Imagine if Esau, all right, the so-called self-proclaimed white man, okay, so-called, all right, his true nationality going all the way back to Esau, Edom, according to the Bible. Imagine if he didn't have that sword. Do you think the same devil would have lived? How the way he's lived amongst the earth? Did the things he would have done? Okay,
already be in slavery.
yeah. Through that sword, he took it. He came out swinging. Through that perpetual hatred, conquering nations, conquering us. Allying up with his friends, coming against the nation of Israel. You get that in the book of Psalms. The 83rd chapter. Okay, the water, you got it out.
I don't have that Psalms 83, but I had a good book set.
Okay, actually,
I'll get that Psalms 83.
oh no, he's getting it. Can you go back to what you were actually just reading?
Yeah, come.
Just right quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, just reread that part.
Genesis 27 and verse 40, it says, And by thy sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother, and it shall come to pass, when thou shalt have the dominion, thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck.
Mm-hmm. He is in dominion, okay? And look, once the Lord come back, it's going to be a major reverse. How he put yoke upon our necks, how the things that he did unto us. Matter of fact, the whole nation of Yasharala, for you so-called Negroes all the way down to you so-called Mexican, man. The Lord is going to have it to where the roles is going to reverse, and we're going to see it. And best believe we're going to give glory to Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah. Now, Shalomon, can you bring out that precept that you was holding? Now let's go back to that precept.
Ezekiel 35 and verse 5.
Now we understand where that sword is coming from and who was blessed with it. Now you got it out.
Because thou hast hated perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel
So
by the force
through
of
that
the
sword, he shed blood, man. He did a lot of things to try to literally cut us off from being a nation. Through the things that he know. The scriptures talks about the wisdom of Teman. His wisdom. He's wiser than Daniel. All right? He ain't using his wisdom to fucking build you up. He's doing it to destroy you. What the brothers getting into. You got it, bro. It's like it.
And it says, by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time where their iniquity had an end.
Mm-hmm. Our calamity. Okay? There's been times where we actually fell within these different kingdoms. And they always pursued us through that same blessing. They're pursuing us today. All right? Are they actually coming down and really putting a hammer on Jake? How they would do in certain historical accounts? No, but it will happen. It's called prophecy, man. All right? Was that it, Shalom?
I want to go down to verse 10.
Okay.
It says, because thou hast said these two countries, because thou hast said these two nations and these two countries shall be mine, and we will possess it, whereas the Lord was there. And that's exactly what Esau did. He came over just like, oh, the Lord not watching. If he is, he allowing me to do it. I'm just going to conquer these people. I'm going to slay these people. I'm going to enslave these people. He was just running through like a straight up devil, man.
Yeah.
But, you know, he don't understand a lot. The Lord only allow him to do this for a set amount of time. And it's over now, man.
Yeah, they call it manifest destiny, but hey, the 2.0 version is coming up very soon.
Right. You go ahead and bring that out, bro.
This is Psalms 83 and 1. Keep not thou silence, O Lord.
And guess what? The Lord is speaking loud and clear through his men. Okay? Why you think certain events is playing out today? Because the prophecies are coming to pass. Come on, the micro C help is here already, being operated. People are actually using it. We see it. And it's going to get close and personal. We're going to actually see people walking right past us with a fucking Band-Aid on their head.
Right.
They just got done with an operation. They just got to see him. Going to this Publix, getting a fucking a turkey Swiss. All right? It's going to be like that. You got it, huh?
Right.
This is Psalms 83:1. Keep not thou silence, O Yahweh. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Yahweh. For lo, thy enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head.
Because the scriptures talks about the pride of thine heart have deceived thee. The arrogancy of this life. Okay? All this pride these devils have, man, towards the nation that the Lord has chosen. The Lord is going to actually prove to the whole world who he is again. All right? We already know who he is. But why do you have about Shem Yahweh? Because if you don't know, man, it's going to be troubling times for you, man. See, for a lot of these people, by the time they know it's the Lord, it's going to be too late. Okay? Remember, we're coming into grievous times. People who's going to just be dropping dead off of a heart attack. They're going to see something, you know, like a fucking movie, pop in their face, an apparition or something, and literally drop dead. The same dead bodies that was in that great city, right? How do you think all these people is going to receive different types of judgment? Whether it be a straight bullet or through the military, concentration camp, these different foreign troops coming in. Destruction is literally here, and it's amping up. It's coming. We see them breaking into y'all homes, dragging y'all out, man. Here in America, over there in California, saying how you are a Mexican, let's go back home.
They opened up Alcatraz.
Exactly. So how many how much more judgments do you people need to know that it is indeed Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai? He loveth judgments. It's gonna keep happening. Remember, according to prophecy, it said, and it must come to pass. Meaning it will. You got it out.
Psalms 83:3.
Yep.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
Very, very crafty. You think they taking crafty counsel to build you up? To make sure that the Israelite man household is put together? Come on, man. Here it is in 2025, and you still have our people doing the most degenerate things online. Okay? You still have our people are completely bugged out and screaming on Jesus Christ. That's destruction. Okay? You got it, Doc.
All right, it says Psalms 83:4. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance.
In remembrance. That all these nations, concerning you, 12 nations can just be poof, gone. That's how they feel. And they still feel like that. The brother just went into the perpetual hatred that had towards us, man. Okay? Bro, there's people who are ruling over you and us right now with hella money, saying, I want to get rid of all those tribes.
Yeah, that's why they have United Nations. They have these different councils like the G7 summits and whatnot. So, hey, how can we get rid of these Israelites, man? How can we get these people off the map? All right, and that goes back to Esau's. That goes back to Esau after when Isaac was about to pass away. He said what? He would try to go after his brother Jacob, man. So it's that perpetual hatred started from, hey, Jacob and Esau, the progenitors of the Israelites and the progenitors of the Edomites, man.
Right. And that's some of the bitter things that you hear about when you first hear this truth, as the brother was bringing out in Revelation. Okay? That's the bitter. But is it always going to be bitter? Remember, our power is a just power. Okay? It ain't going to be too much of nothing. It's going to be this for this season, that for that season. Even though you might witness bitter times or be in it, the Lord is going to show you something sweet. Okay? It's twofold, man. And within your walk, even though it might be tough, you're going to have plenty sweet experiences within your walk. Miracles, wonders. You're going to be like, the Lord got me out of that's a sweet feeling.
Right.
Knowing that he did it. You can only know he did it if you digest this truth. So now, let's go back to that. I don't even think we finished with that whole precept yet. Back in Revelation about the little book.
Okay. All right, Revelation 10 and verses 9.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Then you can bring it out.
Revelation 10 and 9. And I went unto the angel and said unto him, give me the little book. And he said unto me, take it and eat it up, and it shall make thy belly bitter, but it shall be in thy mouth sweet as honey.
Yep, sweet as honey. Because it is indeed sweet. When you hear that, you know, the Lord came from the tribe of Judah. He was a so-called black man, just like you Just like you so-called Negroes from the tribe of Judah, man. He actually walked this earth. Okay? Oh, you don't believe me? Let's get that in Hebrews. Just right quick. Okay, let's get the can you get Revelation about the how what? Revelation 1. You can probably start around like 5 or 6. You got it out.
This is Hebrews 7:14. For it is evident that our Lord sprang out of Judah, of which tribe Moses spake nothing concerning priesthood.
Yep. Because again, remember, the scepter shall not be removed from Judah. Judah has that rulership. All right, that's another indicator. And guess what? You can continue on.
Oh, Revelation.
No, in Hebrews, he came out of Judah, sprang out of Judah.
Yeah, that was it on that.
That was it. Okay. Can you bring that in Revelation 1 real quick?
Revelation 1 verse 5. And from Yahushua HaMashiach, who was a faithful witness and the first begotten of the dead, and the prince of the kings of the earth, unto him that loved us and washed us from our sins in his own blood.
Which we was going into earlier. He sacrificed his own life, but he was risen up again. Okay, you got it out.
Verse 6. And has made us kings and priests unto Yahweh and his Father. To him be glory and dominion forever and ever. Amen.
It's like, can you reread that?
Verse 6. And has made us kings and priests unto Yahweh and his Father. To him be glory and dominion forever and ever. Amen. Verse 7.
So what dominion is that? Remember, we was reading about the dominion of Esau. Remember him changing up the times? So that lets you know. Well, so what is IUIC talking about? Or other guys? Okay? How could Esau come back and his rulership and his dominion when we're reading about Yahweh's dominion? We're coming into these times. You got it out.
Right, continuing on. Chapter 1, verse 7. Behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him, and they also which pierced him. Okay, come on.
Yep.
Revelation 1 and 15. Well, I'll start at 14.
Yep.
His head and his hairs were white like wool, as white as snow, and his eyes were as a flame of fire.
Now, can a brother do a simple research on wool? Since we're getting into the characteristics of Yahweh Shai, he was a literal man who walked the earth. Okay, our Lord, and we already read that he sprang out of the tribe of Judah, just like you so-called Negroes on this very time, man. Okay, that lets you know this is not made up. You can't just sit here in a bubble and poof and make something up. That's where you get confusion from. Okay, you got it out.
Come on, it says woolly hair. Well.
Oh no, just show it. Yeah, show it.
Okay, come.
Because when you look up woolly hair, guess who you see on the screen?
I didn't want to read that definition.
You see dark-skinned individuals, okay, who has actual woolly hair. Look at brothers' hair. You can, look at us.
Right, yeah.
Shit, we ain't even gotta
Right.
we ain't even gotta look at us. Brothers got woolly hair, man. Woolly hair. Every brother out here got a form of woolly hair. Okay. Now, can you continue that? Can you actually reread that part?
Come on.
It didn't say straight, weak, flimsy, brittle, breakable. You blowing the motherfucker comes right off the scalp, man. It's not talking about that, man. Okay, you got it.
Yeah, I typed in woolly hair white man. It said not found.
It don't. Now, don't get it twisted. You do have some of our very own people who are mingled, or they might appear like Edomites, but they're not really Edomites.
Right.
Okay. Hey, how do we know that? The scripture said the Spirit beareth witness. Simple as that. You don't gotta believe it. That's why we got Romans 3 and 3. Cause you're gonna have a lot of assholes out here who just simply don't get it. They ain't gonna want to get it or don't want to believe.
Just to keep proving points. Well, what did you just read? You read Revelation?
Yeah, we in Revelation.
Go to, just bring the point home. Go to Genesis. Go to Genesis 36. And get Genesis 36 and 8. And get the word seer.
I got Genesis 36 and 8.
Got it? But you get the word seer in the blue letter. Go ahead.
This is Genesis 36 and 8. Thus dwelt Esau in Mount Seir. Esau is Edom.
Yeah. So we know what Esau means. His name means washed away or wasted away. Okay. And then we know what Edom means. Okay. And then now let's get the word seer.
That word in the Hebrew is shayar,
Shayar.
which is hairy or shaggy.
Okay.
It's like, hey, it's like
So seer means hairy or shaggy. When we show those pictures, or when we use ourselves as an example, or any of our hair shaggy,
nope.
like Scooby Doo.
Right.
No,
Yeah, he's an Edomite.
the Edomite. So that gives you a better characteristic to differentiate a white man's texture from the black man's texture. And in the scriptures, what you read in Revelation, the first chapter, it's describing a so-called black man.
Right.
Not a shaggy-haired, red.
Right.
Red, because what? That's Edom. Okay? Red, not a shaggy-haired red devil. It is explaining what? Burnt bronze,
Right.
okay, with woolly hair. You tell me who that looks like. It's easy. You got it, bro.
And it's not this crazy ass talk when people be like, well, he could be any color. Nah, bro. If that's the case, why is there a clear distinction on what he looks like?
Right.
See, what Yahweh Shemiah Washah, he always deal with certain things in a distinctive way.
Right.
He's always breaking down, like, whether it be a vision, something so, it got characteristics. This is our power. Imagination and,
Listen to this thing. If it's such a big issue, y'all got such a big issue figuring out what Yahweh Shai looks like, why don't y'all go back to the book of Genesis when it gives you characteristics of what Esau looked like?
Thank you. Yes.
Get it? Well, how come this is not a debate?
Right. All right. This is
You want to know why? It sounds like a white man, so there's white people in the Bible.
Right.
Go ahead.
Genesis 25. I'll start at verse 22. Well, 21. And Isaac entreated the Lord for his wife because she was barren, and the Lord was entreated of him, and Rebekah his wife conceived. Verse 22. And the children struggled together within her, and she said, if it be so, why am I thus?
If I could say, they're not even born yet and they're struggling in the womb. Can a brother get that word, struggle? We've always been going at it. We've always been struggling with this nation of people. Always, since the beginning. It's a part of their character to nitpick with us, it seems like. They've been doing it in the womb. You got it, Doc.
Continuing on, it says, and she said, if it be so, why am I thus? And she went to inquire of the Lord.
Yeah, that's order. Went to her husband. And her husband went to the Lord. You got it. You got that word?
Yeah. It says it's ratizats. It's to crush, to oppress.
Oh, the oppressor is still trying to oppress in the womb. Ain't that something? You got it, Doc.
It says, and the Lord said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb, and 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy
What
bowels.
verse did you start at?
Started at verses 21.
Okay, yeah. Read 21 again.
All right, verse 21. This is Genesis 25 and 21. And Isaac entreated the Lord for his wife.
Okay, yeah, because we got to start with that. So we understand Isaac. We understand who Isaac is in the spirit now. Which, let's just say, is Yahweh Shai.
Yeah.
Okay? Which the name Isaac in the Hebrew is Yatazak, which means laughter.
Yep.
All right? It says he entreated with the Lord. Entreated here means prayed. So he prayed to the Lord, and it says entreated again, right? Go ahead.
It says, and Rebecca, continue on, it says, and Rebecca, his wife, conceived.
No, read from the top.
All right, Genesis 25 and 21. And Isaac entreated the Lord
Yep.
for his wife because she was barren, and the Lord was entreated of him.
There you go. See, I know I'm kind of jumping off topic, but every verse in the Bible has a deeper meaning to it. You know what I'm saying? So we understand that Isaac prayed to the Lord. That's what the word entreated means. Then you get to the next entreated. It says he entreated of what? Rebecca? Meaning because Isaac prayed to him, that next entreated word means he had respect towards. Because you prayed to me, so I can respect that. So reread it and say prayed, and then have respect, just for context.
All right, and Isaac prayed to the Lord for his wife because she was barren, and the Lord was respected of him, and Rebekah his wife conceived.
Yep, and then he conceived. Okay, so at the end of the day, too, you gotta think how Jacob and Esau came was through a supplication.
Yeah.
You know, keep going.
Verse 22, and the children struggled together within her, and she said, if it be so, why am I thus? And she went to
Right,
inquire.
just like you were saying that they're already struggling in the womb. That's an Edomite for you, right? Because what it said in Thessalonians, son of perdition.
Yeah, son of
He's
perdition,
been destructive. You know how people say since out the womb? No, since in the womb.
Right.
You know, go ahead.
It says, verse 22 once again, and the children struggled together within her, and she said, if it be so, why am I thus? And she went to inquire of the Lord. And the Lord said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb, and 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels, and the one people shall be stronger than the other people, and the elder shall serve the younger.
Yep. So now we're in these times, we understand who's the strongest.
Right.
All right? Even though we're in this position. But we understand who's the strongest. And it says what? The elders will serve the younger.
Yep.
Keep going.
Verses 24.
This is end-day prophecy.
Right.
Yep. Genesis 25 and 24. And when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb. Read that again. Genesis 25 and verses 24. Let that noise pass.
I think it's wrong.
All right. And when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb. Verse 25. And the first came out red, all over like a hairy garment.
Characteristics.
Right.
So we got a this is a physical characteristic. We got one characteristic from Esau already in this. Because it said he struggled in the womb. All right, that's a destructive characteristic.
Right.
Go ahead.
It says, Genesis 25 and 25, and the first came out red, all over like an hairy garment.
Why isn't this a debate? No, that's a black man. How come this isn't a debate? But when
Right.
Yahushua is, when we say Jesus is black, just I'm using that word
Yeah.
for edification purposes. When we say Jesus is black, it's a fucking debate.
Yeah.
But when we talk about Esau as the white man, crickets. The Bible tells you what people look like. They tell you what people look like. The Bible tells you what Israelites look like.
Yep.
All throughout Songs of Solomon and,
Yeah.
you know,
What they into,
what, you know,
Yeah.
what
My
animals
skin-
look like, everything.
Okay.
my skin is black
Black
upon
upon
me.
me.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Even indirectly, it tells you how Moab and Ammon look like. Indirectly.
Indirectly.
You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
They
Yes.
came out looking, you know.
You know,
Yeah.
have some ancestral activities going on.
All right.
You know,
Damn.
go ahead.
For Genesis 25 and 25. And the first came out red, all over like an hairy garment, and they called his name Esau.
Yep. Red like a hairy garment and called him Esau. You know, you can, is it more?
Let's go verse 26. And after that came his brother out, and his hand took hold on Esau's heel, and his name was called Jacob, and Isaac was 80 years old when she bare them. So it said, go to show you that Jacob didn't come out red, man. He
Right.
came out like everybody else,
Right.
a shade of brown.
Right.
Yeah. And you gotta love that because it's describing the two twins, and it's actually a description of good and evil.
Right.
Because, or I should put it on, no, this hand, Esau represents the evil, while Jacob represents the good. Struggle between righteousness and evil, and that's what you got there. And it's you see it start there in the womb with this struggle there, in the womb in the ancient world, and it's grown and grown, and it encompasses all of their descendants, both Jacob, with Esau, which are so-called Caucasians, so-called white people, and this includes those small hatters. And then you've got Jacob, and Jacob makes up the 12 tribes that are here, the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and including our scattered. And so it's actually, there's some overlap there, not just saying just because you're white, you're an Edomite, or just because you're dark skinned, you're Jacob, you're an Israelite. That's not that, but that is basically what it is. The struggle between Jacob and Esau is the struggle for good and evil. And it's going to go, you see it starting there, but it extends all the way to the end of time. Can you grab Isaiah 34 and 8? And then will you grab a definition of controversy?
I got it. Okay. This is Isaiah 34 and 8. For it is the day of the Lord's vengeance and the year of recompenses for the controversy of Zion.
Yeah, the controversy of Zion, because there's been this struggle going on. Because really, the Edomites are trying to retake that birthright that they were originally, well, as far as the culture went, the firstborn gets the lion's share, the portion of the birthright and the promises and everything of the wealth. And they got passed by because of how they are, really, because of how Esau was. He didn't care about that birthright. He traded it, sold it to his brother Jacob. And then he even came back and tried to get the promises and the blessings from his father as well. But Jacob was still meant to receive all of that. And that's just how it is, because the Lord loves controversy as well. Mm-hmm. And so you've got this all the way to the end with the controversy of Zion, because you've got the Edomites trying to pretend that they're the actual people and that these blessings and promises go to them. And then you've got Jacob waking up, the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans waking up, understanding that the promises and the blessings go to us, as well as seeing within prophecy that the Israelites, true Israelites, would be at the bottom. The true Israelites are described as having dark skin. The true Israelites would be under the curses that are described in Deuteronomy 28 from 15 on down to 68. Realizing these things, and there's a problem, there's a controversy that is brewing there. You got that?
Controversy, this is Adam Online. It says disputation, debate, prolong, agitation. I think that's what this is. Agitation.
So there's a debate going on, and this is spread out to mainstream society now. People are questioning if these small hatters are actually the people or not, and they should, because the Bible really doesn't back up their position.
Right.
There's war. That should really crush it all. Because when the true Israelites come back, there'll be no more war. All 12 tribes will be gathered together. The Israelites will be dwelling in peace and safety. Everybody on the whole earth would be flowing unto Israel, coming to learn of the Lord's ways. But really, you would have the Lord's actual ways all around this earth, instead of people saying, oh no, the laws are done away with. Right. You wouldn't have that. That's crazy.
That's a controversy.
It's controversy.
I got a quick one for
you.
you.
Let's get it.
Talking about controversy. This is Hosea 4:1 says, hear the word of the Lord, ye children of Israel, for the Lord hath a controversy with the inhabitants of the land, because there's no truth nor mercy nor knowledge of the Most High in the land.
And that's a good one. Because there is no truth. We're here telling you the truth, but we're in a corner of the city. Had to come to a corner of the city. It's not being, it's growing, I will say that. But the truth of the matter is everything is upside down and in darkness. Everything is out of course. We grab Isaiah 24 and I think it's 5. But everything is in complete darkness. It's all out of course. It's not working. And so the Lord has a controversy. There's this debate. Will you get the rest of that word? Or you still got it pulled up?
This is a turning against, contention, quarrel, dispute.
Yeah. And the world is turning against the people that have been saying that they're the true people of the Lord. They're turning against their ways as well, because people are starting to see like, oh man, this alphabet stuff ain't working out. This feminism is making all of our lives hell, because everything's upside down. And the truth is, they are the people of Satan, which Satan means adversary. So they're adverse to every single way of the Lord, but they put their ways out as being good and morally upright when it all destroys. Their ways are destructive. People are rebelling against these ways that they have pushed for so long. Any more on that word?
That was pretty much it.
Okay. Yeah.
Let's get it. Isaiah 24:5. The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant.
Yeah. And the earth is defiled under the inhabitants thereof. The inhabitants start with the heads, with the rulers, the elite. And you've got the elite of Esau up here calling the shots, which are all adverse to the ways that the Lord set this place up. So you pretty much have, if you think of the earth as a machine, you've got the instruction manual for this machine, which was given in the law, statutes, commandments within this Bible, and everything's upside down from that. So this machine that was well oiled, it was highly manufactured of the top quality, it's begun to deteriorate and rust because the way of operating it is really just thrown behind everybody. Everything is polluted because of going against the law, statutes, and commandments. We can't drink water out of a waterfall, a beautiful waterfall. You can't just drink that water. You can't
drink well water.
Can't drink well water.
You build a house and then you dig in the land for well water. That well water that comes up is so contaminated. You're gonna have to get some reverse osmosis shit going on.
Yeah.
And doing reverse osmosis is gonna take everything out, minerals, and contaminants. So you're gonna get this bitter ass, bland ass water.
Right.
And then what? You know what I'm saying? It's just we read the scripture and how many wells were built. You know, pure water was just coming up from the earth during that time.
Yeah.
Everything's backwards.
Everything's backwards. Everything's defiled. People are defiled.
Yeah.
You come out of the womb and they snake bite you with 20-something venomous shots.
Right.
It's messed up. And then we wonder why there's all this disease, because it comes from the defilement from the beginning. And it all comes down to Esau, Edom having control, starting with the Rothschilds. As far as we know, that's the highest that we see.
Yeah.
But that would have to be Edom, because the scriptures say Esau is the end of the world, Jacob's the beginning of it follows. We're at the end of the world. We understand the biblical timeline. It's spoken of in Daniel 2 and Daniel 7, tells you about the kingdoms that would exist. So we have to be at the end. And at the end, Esau would be in power. We also can tell that everything's out of course. Everything is defiled. We're not living as long as we used to. Go early in the chapters, people were living hundreds of years. But disobeying and rebelling, it's sunk us all the way down to 70 years. 10 more if you with the strength of the Lord. But most people don't even make it that far, because this earth is so defiled and polluted. And you even think that, going back to that, will you read that one more time?
Isaiah 24:5.
The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant.
Yeah. Everything is defiled. So the Lord's got a controversy. He's got a controversy because there's no truth here. It's none of this. We're just waiting for the Lord to come straighten everything out
At this point,
and order everything out, because we're gonna debate back and forth forever who's who and what's what until the Lord really comes and separates the goats from the sheep.
Right.
And we're even seeing that now. That's why he said he was going to come back and he's bringing division. You grab Luke 12 and 51, I believe.
I got something too.
Let's get
Psalms chapter 82 and verse 4. Deliver the poor and needy, rid them out of the hand of the wicked. Verse 5. They know not, neither will they understand. They walk on in darkness. All the foundations of the earth are out of course.
And they are. That's what we're just going on into. And it's because nobody keeps the law, statutes, and commandments. Nobody has any truth. So, what do you expect? It's going to be defiled. Things aren't going to last long. Death is going to be in the air. Destruction everywhere. We've got plastic islands. We've got... we're just in
warming.
Global warming.
You know, because you said we read the verse where it says he pretty much disregards the law, statutes, commandments. Really, Esau's laziness has defiled the earth. You know, he's lazy. He's lazy. His laziness and procrastination to do righteousness, which of course we know it's not in him.
Yeah.
That's why he's literally read the book and went exactly opposite. If you don't feel like following the rule, it's because you're lazy.
Yeah.
You know, it's
I
just,
agree.
that's why people run red lights. I don't feel like waiting. You know.
Yeah.
Or they half-ass shit. That's really what's going on in this society right now. Society has been half-assed,
Yeah.
and now look at it.
Eating. People are lazy. Can't just eat healthy.
Right.
So you get all fat and then even more lazy, and it all just accumulates. It gets bigger and bigger. And so here, where things are at the most defiled point it's ever been, at the most upside down it's ever been, at the darkest. Yeah, overused.
Like, because you think about it too, when you read the law, it requires a lot of patience.
Yeah.
Like when you talk about the Jubilee, the Earth Sabbath, and all that stuff, that requires patience.
Yeah.
7 years of it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know,
And the Jubilee is what, 49?
I think so.
Something like that? That's a long time.
Certain age requirements in the law with certain things, you know. Esau doesn't give anything rest. You know? Therefore, things get overused, overworked, tired, then laziness and procrastination hits.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, you're dumping trash in the ocean when there's a clear way. The scriptures even teach you how to shit correctly.
Yeah.
Even teaches you what to do with your turds when it comes out your ass. Down to the very nitty gritty. The law says it, you know?
And that makes me think of, I think it's Wisdom of Solomon 3. And it's showing between the two, between Jacob and Esau, and it's showing how they think. And it talks about, let us use the creation while we can, or the creature while we can. Because they use and use, they can't wait, they can't let things replenish, and they're just greedy.
That was a characteristic of them from the jump.
Yeah.
Give me the porridge. For one morsel of meat. Your ass wasn't die, you was just hungry, nigga. You could have waited about 30 more minutes till the stew was done.
Yeah. Or even waited till where you don't have to sell your birthright. Now you're all mad at us, because it's like...
Now you all have a fucking medium rare stew, nigga.
That's another characteristic of you, and it shows who you are.
And it proves who the Edomites are today. It's you self-proclaimed white people. Y'all like y'all food like that. half-ass done because you can't wait. It's just when the steak is the juiciest. Nigga, you can make a juicy, well-done steak, bro.
Yeah,
You really can.
I do it all the time.
It's easy.
It tastes better.
Yeah,
You saw don't know how to cook.
You don't know how to fucking cook.
that too. Yeah.
A tartar stew, man. That's
What the fuck is this?
Shit.
Serve you a plate of straight blood. Hey, what the fuck, bro? You got it, bro.
You want that Luke 12?
Yeah, let's get that Luke 12.
What verse?
I think 51 speaks of division.
This is Luke 12. Yep, this is Luke 12 and 51. Suppose ye that I am come to give peace on earth? I tell you, nay, but rather division.
Yeah, and that's what is in this earth. And we could go back to that struggle in Genesis, and then come to the controversy of Zion, with this struggle that's currently going on between good and evil, and on who's who within the scripture. What's the truth? And that's going to create all sorts of division, which also helps us know that Yahushua is coming back soon. And we're seeing this division exacerbate more and more between the good and evil. We're seeing it between all portions of this world as well. You see it between left and right with conservatives and liberals. We're seeing it between male and female. We're seeing it even within the conservatives, with these MAGites, these MAGA folks going against their supreme leader. There's division on every single scale. There's even division within America on just what is American at this point, because that division is there, and it's like a rubber band. You just stretch that rubber band one side from another, pulling it further and further, creating more division between each side, and eventually it's got to snap back together. And that's when we're going to start getting to some physical altercations. We're going to see people. Okay. All right, we'll be right back. We're just going back to the shade. Relocating. Shalom. Okay.
Rose Waters. This is mine right here. I don't know if I have. I just take
It's still going too. Alright, you can go back to Alright, you got it, bro. We still going.
Alright, cool. Alright, shalom. The water for bearing with us through that, just relocating. And we're going to pick it up where we just left off. You could reread Luke 12, 51.
This is Luke 12 and 51. It says, suppose ye that I am come to give peace on earth? I tell you, nay, but rather division.
Yeah. The Lord's ultimately coming to bring peace, but when he comes back, immediately he's coming as a spirit to slay and destroy, to take this earth. He's coming in a conquering spirit. And we're also seeing that the division that he's bringing as well, because as I was saying earlier, how it's just this rubber band that's spreading and spreading and spreading, and it's getting so far that it's going to have to snap back, because we see this division on every level of this place, between the good and between the evil, between the left, between the right, between the different nations. We're seeing division, genders. It just keeps on going. There is massive levels of division because of the controversy of Zion, because of the struggle going on between good and evil.
Oh, that's the spirit too, because it says Yahweh Shai, divider of men.
Ooh. And he is a divider of men. He's also gonna, when he gets back, divide